What's up, everybody? Drew, aka Gatchin Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day today. Pretty choppy. I do see a couple of trades. We identified both of them yesterday. Hopefully, you guys caught them. Short right here, or puts right here. Next one is calls right there. Both worked great. There is a couple other entries like here, break below, retest, short. However, I don't know that I necessarily would have taken that. But yeah, these are golden. Let's go ahead and start erasing some stuff. Would be nice if they cleaned up the poor low. They actually got me on that. I was short, and I was expecting them to clean up this poor low, and they didn't. All right. This is kind of looking like a little something something. Do you guys see what I see? Probably not. It looks best, I think, on 1 hour. I think we were kind of like talking about this yesterday. Call me crazy. Kind of a diamond. If it is, things could get pretty ugly pretty quick. I mean, this would be ideal for my short or for my puts I have. All right. Oops. Yeah, diamond top on the 1 hour. I'm short too. Are you short like on futures right now? It's probably, yeah, it's there. I got beat up today, actually. I grabbed longs. Thank you. Yeah, what did I do? I think here, so, wait, really? I guess I'm dumb, because I didn't see this. But, I tried to go long here on this retest. But I guess this was the retest? And that's just pretty stupid of me. I tried to go long here, and we broke below. I got stopped out. And then, why does this not look right? I'm confused. Ooh. I'm thoroughly confused. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Oh, this is Monday. Duh. Um, oh, so I tried to go long here on this retest, or maybe it was this one. I don't know. Actually, yeah, it was this one. Um, and I guess that's dumb too, because this is like retest, 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 retest. I guess I was like not paying attention to what I was doing. It's pretty stupid. And then after that failed, I was contemplating if I wanted to take a second trade or not. And I was like, oh, this seems too good to pass up. So I went short here on the retest of the golden pocket. And obviously that did not work out too. So, yeah. Okay. Pretty boring, choppy day. We've been consolidating in this range for a while. Well, 4 days, whatever. It feels like an eternity. It has not been fun. We can draw SIGs on the last 2 days. I mean, technically, I think you could do it on the last 4 days. Just, like Friday's out of range, but it doesn't really matter because it was a half day. If you want, first SIG is going to be the same as your November POC, essentially. Tiny bit above. 682.89. And then, oh gosh, it's so crowded. First SIG on the bottom, 680.49. Second SIG here. I think I'm getting sick. I have like a little bit of a sore throat. And I'm really tired. My daughter, I said I was going to trade today, but like my daughter's had a fever. Nothing crazy, like a low grade fever. I think the highest I saw it was like 100.3. But most of the times when I check her, she's in the like 99 or like mid to upper 98s. We've been giving her Tylenol and stuff, but because of that, she's been like just randomly crying, crying a lot at night. So sleep has not been a thing. We're going to have a poor high. It's identical to the previous week value area high. This looks like single prints. I don't know. It's kind of like crowded. Yeah, I guess we can get away with saying these are single prints. I don't know. Shorty would probably say this is a crowded low, so I'm going to put it as a poor low. It's pretty iffy. All right. I wonder where you guys think we're going from here, because I have a pretty clear idea. The only thing that could really change it is like news. Is this because we're attacking Venezuela or whatever? Um, yeah, I think we're going down. Oh yeah, you can see my fib settings. There you go. All right. You can always pause, screenshot, whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know. We've been consolidating here, 4 days now. We've tried before to get above this level. We did a little bit, created single prints. There's also a poor high here, but we've gone into the single prints once and rejected pretty hard, right? And I think maybe they might attempt one more time and then sell off again. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. Daily volume's about the same as yesterday. Very indecisive candle, with like, I guess, sub-average volume. Yeah. Let's check out Fear and Greed. We didn't look at it yesterday. I realized after the fact. We also didn't look at the calendar, which is weird. I'm guessing we're in fear somewhere. Oh, still extreme fear. We did go into fear for a second, right? I feel like we did last time we looked. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Based on this, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, still in extreme fear. Let's look at our market calendar for tomorrow. Really not much going on. 45 minutes before the market opens, non-farm employment change. President Lagarde is speaking. It seems like the French president is always speaking. 30 minutes after the open, ISM services PMI, so this will give us some volatility. Oh, look at that. And President Lagarde needs to speak again. Don't have very much going on. Thursday or Friday. I'm really just not loving this. Extreme fear is like, it just basically means like the participants in the market, like retail, is afraid, right? And a lot of times that would mean they would be selling their positions, closing positions. And that's generally when market makers are buying, right? So what ends up happening is like when things are in extreme greed. Let's just pull this back up. And just so you guys know, this is not some like, somebody that's like, oh, I feel like we're here. This is actually like, if you read through this, it's based on like S&P 500 and its 125-day moving average, stock price strength on the 52-week highs and lows, stock price breadth, put and call options, 5-day average, put to call ratio, market volatility. So anyway, it's based on actual things in the market, right? It's not just some random made up thing. But what ends up happening is when we're in like greed and extreme greed is generally when retail's buying, right? And when we're in fear and extreme fear is generally when retail's selling. This is when market makers are selling, and this is when market makers are buying. And so that should be telling you something. Like when we're in this area, that's when you want to be looking to scoop stocks. If it kind of tells you anything, I mean, Shorty mentioned this today, but it was already part of my plan. I guess like I say it's part of my plan, but I hadn't actually like figured out like the price where I wanted to start buying. It was something I was going to be looking into, but today, as you can see, I bought 100 shares of the trade desk. I added to my position. I already had a position. I added more. So basically, I buy here. I recommend you buy here and not here. Okay? But in general, like, it's that whole FOMO thing, right? So retail sees stuff ripping and they're like, fuck, like I've missed out on all this. Let me buy now. And they're buying during the, the greed or the extreme greed phase, which is where, market makers are generally selling to them. And then those, whatever they buy, like gets a sell off, right? To where we're in fear and extreme fear, and they're like, oh gosh, like I've lost too much on this trade, let me close the trade. And then market makers are buying from them, right? Hey, what's up, Mike? So yeah, I feel like, and I hate it when I say this, but I feel like this is going to be way easier to call out tomorrow. I'm going to be live tomorrow, unless I die or something. That's crazy. Somebody, I mean, I'm sure people will see where, but somebody in one of the Discords just said they got margin called. Like, why are you trading with margin? Anyway, up here, we're going to be looking for puts, down here for calls. Ultimately, we really want them to lose this. Let me see this really quick. So I'm not going to leave this on my chart. I'm just going to tell you guys. Basically, if you're here live with me, if we lose third sig, more specifically 679.39, then we should come to at least here. 677.47. If we lose that, then your next target is going to be 675.53. And then from there, 673.60. Okay. I think, the thing is it's coming, right? Like we're going to get a sell-off. I'm pretty sure. I'm not, news or whatever could trump that. But as of right now, just going off of technical analysis, it looks like a sell-off is due. And if we lose this, this comes quickly. And if we don't bounce here, this is going to come even quicker. And I highly doubt they'll bounce here, and then this will come fairly quickly. Like, we'll start to see, basically, if I was to, like, lay it out for you guys, if we lose this, right, like, this might be a little bit, you know, like, of your regular downtrend, right? Lose this, it's just going to be swoop. And then we might see a little bounce here and then lose this. And it's just going to go swoop. And then this part might take a lot longer, you know, of like kind of grinding up and down, up and down, up and down until they finally hit this. Okay. Oh, and then, yeah, if we lose this, we're coming here. So. I will say the areas I'm watching for people that aren't trading with me tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be live. But it's going to be kind of sketch. We want to get interested in puts when they come up to around third sig. But we need to pay attention to how, you know, volume's acting and so on and so forth. Like if we're on green volume and it's decreasing, then as we're approaching third sig, you want to get in puts. If volume is increasing, then they're probably going to push up to our single print mid area. And that's going to be where you're going to want to watch for puts if that's the case. For people that don't watch my videos, I'm not typing all of that out. So that's our range that we're going to be watching for puts. Your stop loss needs to be above this if you're getting in anywhere in here. Okay. Tomorrow better do me good because I'm going to be live everywhere tomorrow. Orbit, Mentor Group, and Keenan's. I didn't specify that because I was going to go live everywhere. So. All right. So if you do grab calls here and for whatever reason they lose this, just stop out and switch to puts. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do this. Where do we go to? Probably here. 675.77. I think we might get a trend day down tomorrow. Not positive. I'm not going to go into tomorrow, you know, with a bias. But you know, they might want to consolidate up here for another day. I don't know. But we have a gap here that needs to be cleaned up. A lot of just like skinny bellies. So this is not very good structure, right? It's just kind of straight up. We need to pull back in at least like here, you know, to make this better structure. All right. If you guys have questions, now's the time. Shorty's going to be live 9 p.m. Eastern. Market update. Just go to 30-minute regular trading hours. It's right here. There's your gap. It's going to be 92.50 to 95.75. There's also a gap indicator on TradingView. I don't use it, but there is one. Let's see. Gaps. Okay, I just added it 3 times, I think. Nice. I want all the gaps. I wonder, is there a way to have it like, why would there be a max number of gaps? Show me all the gaps. I just don't understand why the box is not like, so this is not a gap anymore, like it's been filled. Okay, I don't like this indicator. I don't want imbalances and wicks and whatever. Oh, nice. Added it twice just to make sure. Interesting. Doesn't seem to be working for me. I mean, at least the first one showed them. You know, that's a positive. But like, why would it not print to the right? No. Okay. I'm sure this is not hard. You could probably make your own. Chat GPT. No. I don't want ICT. Maybe this? Bro, like, what are you doing? What is that? You're crazy, man. Anyway, somebody in Shorties was talking about one yesterday or today, I don't remember. No. It's kind of a bummer. If this one just had, like, if it just... See, like, here. Why is it not doing that here? Okay, so this one's fine. Here it's showing that it's been filled, right? Here it's showing the gap's been filled. This gap has not been, so it's printing all the way to the right. I don't know why this one's not printing to the right. Oh, maybe it's because of the wick of this candle here. It's considering this filled because the original gap was from there to there. And then this candle wicks down into the gap, but it's not filled. But at least it's showing it, right? And then this, it shows it got filled here, got filled here. So it is showing them. See, this should print all the way to the right. But because of that little wick, it's not. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. Maybe I saw in the settings something about precision. Like, will that make it work better? I don't know. No. There we go. I don't want partially closed gaps. So there you go. That's it. And then like, I don't know, 500,000. Nice. You have all of the gaps. That's pretty cool. I like it. All right. That makes it nice and easy to find them. Okay. Errors, get all of them. Mike, as soon as you guys come up with 100K each, we'll make it happen. Okay? That's cool. I have a little random dot on my chart. I don't know where that came from. See, the baby's crying again. She does not feel good. She's been grumpy. Like, I can't even touch her. Like, she just wants mom. And I get it. Yeah, she's not happy. Let me post this in Kindle. Oh, I didn't mention this. CRM miss. Here. Right at the open, they dipped into our puts level and then bounced. Right. ABBV miss. Kind of the same thing. Right at the open, dipped into our call level and then dump. Google was the only one that worked, and that was the one that I said was my favorite, and it barely worked. You actually kind of need to look at it on 1 minute candles if you're not watching it live, because you can't really even see what happened. We opened above the level, went into it a little bit, dropped below. This was your entry right here, and they literally went up, tapped first trim, and then sold off. And then they did it again. Hopefully you guys made money on this one. We can delete that. Yeah. And then just in case anybody would like to fact check me. Oh, that's good to know then. So people probably didn't take it. I've got ABBV marked as a miss, CRM marked as a miss, Google marked as a win. Yeah, I have a little bit of a sore throat and like I'm a little bit congested. I can't think right now. There we go. On a side note, um, everybody should take these. Um, if you get them on TikTok, I think you can get them for like half the price of this. Um, and what I do is I actually buy like 6 bottles at a time, so two of each. Um, apple cider vinegar. I don't know if I need to explain it, but it's supposed to be good for your heart and your vessels and your B12, B9. Ashwagandha, if you're not familiar, it's what's it called? Um, so in our bodies we have like two hormones. One is going to be oh my gosh, brain fart. Well, one is our testosterone. The other one is cortisol. Thank God I thought of it. I don't know why I couldn't think. Um, cortisol is like your fight or flight, or it's like your yeah, it's like your fight or flight um, hormone. And cortisol basically, I don't know if inhibit is the right word, but it like inhibits your testosterone. It overrides testosterone. So testosterone, like in men, we have enough that like, we could be, like we're going to stand on business, right? We're going to fight. We're not going to run, whatever. Yeah. And, like our testosterone levels is what makes a lot of men like feel energized or whatever. It also increases your, I'll just say your drive. Hopefully everybody can grasp what I'm saying. But so ashwagandha lowers your cortisol levels so that your testosterone is more prevalent. And basically, cortisol is produced by your body anytime you're in a stressful environment or anytime you're stressed. So for a lot of us, that's pretty much all the time, right? Like the way that we live nowadays, like our stress levels are through the roof, right? And even like people don't think about stuff like this, like coffee is a stressor. Coffee puts stress on your body. We drink it because it makes you feel more awake. But all that's adding stress to your body, which is going to increase your cortisol levels. So this combats that, and is going to make you feel like super energized. I've been taking these, I think, for just shy of a month, and I can feel like a major difference. I don't take this one. The other one that I take is, I mean, maybe I should get this, but I take the, I think it's this. Yeah, pre-post plus probiotics. Um, it seems way cheaper individually. Like the other one was like $50 for three, and this is $10 by itself. Apple cider, same thing. Ashwagandha, same thing. So why was the three? Oh, this is if you buy three of them. Okay, it's still way cheaper. Why is it like more if you buy? Was the other one a 3-pack of? It's just a 3-pack of these. It's cheaper to buy them individually. That's weird. Anyway, look into it. This one by itself is just amazing. The ashwagandha. Yeah, pretty much, JC. Um, I will say this one actually can make you feel a little frustrated. Um, to where like everything starts looking good. Just a heads up. And I'm 50, so if that puts things into perspective for you. If you're younger, you might already be looking at pieces of wood like they're sexy. Who knows? You might not want to take it. Yeah, I mean, errors, what did you see? I don't see anything. I don't see a trade. This, maybe. But that was 8 o'clock this morning. I might see spots to get in long. I don't know. It's just ugly. Like, if you're trading this, you have to get in somewhere around here and get out somewhere around there. I guess it's 15 points. It doesn't look like 15 points. But yeah, you need to close like that. Something like that. Probably better to say something like this. Yeah. I didn't even look at the high volume nodes. That's a good call. Let's look at them. I mean, the diamond is huge on a 1 hour, and it's going to be hard to figure out the entry on that. That's more of a swing trade SPY, not trading ES. It's going to be hard to time this. Oh shoot, I opened the wrong software. I don't need that software. Oh no, I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I agree, but you have to get in at the top. I mean, that might be it right there. I don't know. It looks ugly on SPY. I mean, on ES, on ETH. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of just missing the spike up in the middle. It has it at the bottom, just not at the top. I don't know. It could work. And if it does, like, this is probably the spot to be in right here. Up here. Okay. All right, imbalances, not so much. HVNs, they've all been tapped. Well, there's one that hasn't. But it's already where we're looking to short, I'm pretty sure. Or this might not be bad right here. I'm not terribly interested because it's like 1,200 contract or 12,000 contracts. But for future traders, it might be worth trying to grab. they've already, oh shoot, actually they already tapped this. My bad. I take it back. So this is the one I was interested in, like right here. And they've already hit that. Right? So that offers us no help at all. But I think it's kind of just the same range that we're looking to short anyway. We can double check. 30-minute candle, the 12:30 candle. Oh, it's not. It's right here. But I'm good. It's already been hit once. Oh, so Arias is trailing his stop loss again and hates himself. Awesome. Good to know. I don't like until you guys stop doing that, you're just never going to succeed as a trader. It's just not possible. I can show you so many examples. Let's find an example really quick. Oh, I want 5 minutes. Like, wow. I mean, there's an example right here. So it's probably easier if I go, whoa, that is not what I wanted. On 1 minute candles, maybe? Right, so just to clarify, right, what we're looking for, break above. So this would be our first candle that's like breaking above. Then we have our first open and close above, third open and close above. Or, sorry, first close above. First full candle opening and closing above, second full candle opening and closing above. At this point, we're looking for a retest to enter calls, right? When this happens, I should be thinking like, okay, if I get like a clean open and close above, I should be able, like, then I'm waiting for one more retest, enter calls. So at that point, right, I would plan my trade, entry, you could probably get away with this. So just to be fair, you want to like close somewhere in this range, right? I'm going to err on the side of greed and take the top of that. Too high. And then from there, we need to plan our stop loss, where we're getting at least one, or making $2 for every dollar we risk. I think ideally, like if I can have my stop loss slightly below this, I'll be good. Even better, like a little bit below this wick right here would be ideal. If we lose this on lower time frames, we're making like a new lower low, right? So at that point, my trade's pretty much invalidated. So this is good here. One risk, two reward, almost to the T. I would like to have it, like closer to 1 to 3 or whatever, but from looking left, this looks like a good place to close. And from looking left, this looks like a good place for your stop loss. So with that said, if we go to a 1 minute chart now for the actual trade part, or actually, sorry. Well, you guys already saw, like there's my full candle above. This is my second full candle above. And now I'm waiting for a retest. They might even give me more information that says like, hey, you could probably take this higher. I'm not sure if they do or not. Yeah, see, you might even be able to take it a little bit higher, but I'm going to be okay with getting stopped out or taking my profits right there at 675.10. But so now I need to go to 1 minute chart because when people are scared of their trades, they're not looking at time frames, just they're looking at red and green, and that's it. So now from here, I need to wait for it to trigger. And then it triggered, I went slightly red, right? Now I'm green on the trade. It went slightly red again. Let me give it a little bit more time. Okay, now I'm up, right? So now I move my stop loss to break even because I'm scared of accepting the risk that I actually accepted when I took the trade. Now I'm like, oh no, like I'm up a little bit, so let me secure my profits, or let me make sure I don't take a loss on this trade. And then what, the very next candle, I guess not. Eventually, I get stopped out. Whereas if I just trusted my trade, I'm going to go back to 5 minutes. Again, I didn't pay attention to how high this went, so they could ultimately stop me out. I don't know. But based on levels on the chart, if I just trust my trade, then I'm golden. Right? I don't know. I'm just telling you, mathematically, you're never going to make it as a trader if you keep moving your stop loss. I had this conversation pretty in depth yesterday with somebody where if we just look, stop loss, take profit, whatever, blah, 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 right? Every single time I'm wrong on a trade, it's going to do this, right? And I'm going to get stopped out. Or even worse, you move your stop loss lower and it still goes and stops you out. And now you're no longer at a 1 to 2 risk reward, right? So every time in this scenario, I'm losing 100% of what I risked, right? And then in the scenario where it does this, and then I move my stop loss up, and then it does this, I'm only making whatever. Let's just, to be generous, let's say I'm making 10%. Or occasionally, I don't know, let's even be more generous, like 30%. Right? But in moving my stop loss, I probably only make it to my take profit level, like, I don't know, 1 in 20 times if I'm lucky. And so You know, like even if Shorty was here, Shorty's like he's has to be one of the best traders I know. I don't know if you guys know a better trader, but he's the best trader I know. Um. Anyway, so in this scenario, like just to be break even, and this would be like being generous, saying I'm winning 30% of the time, or like hitting 30% of my take profit. I would have to be right 70% of the time as a trader just to fucking break even. I'm trying to like let that sink in. You would have to be right 70% of the time to break even. You're not that good of a trader. You're not. Because to make money, you would need to be correct. And actually, even being correct 70% of the time, you would still be in the red because of your fees, right? So, to make this scenario work, you would need to be correct like 80, 90, 100% of the time, which is just impossible. I don't know a single trader with an 80% win rate, like, you know, consistently. I have months where I have an 80% win rate, but I do not have an 80% win rate, you know, month to month, year to year, whatever. And even then, if you are correct 80% of the time, um, you're not making a lot of money. You're just pulling your hair out. You're literally spinning your wheels, trying to make money, and yeah, you're gonna end up just getting wrecked on taxes because you're losing a lot and winning um, a lot, but you can only write off so much on your losses, and ultimately you're only making like whatever 9% on your trades, and you're just literally shooting yourself in the foot. So, um, yeah, I don't know. Don't see a reason. You don't need to lose more height. I'm trying to figure out what that word's supposed to be. I have no idea. Hair, maybe? I have no idea. Okay, well, you shouldn't, South Cake Dad, but to each their own. Oh, I would ask Shorty about that. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. I'll just throw this up here. Um, why does it say read only? I'm on the wrong account. Um, stop. I don't move my stop loss. Um, you don't need to move your stop loss. I mean, you can. You're shooting yourself in the foot. I've told you guys this before. If you doubt what I'm saying, make two journals. One journal where you only document what you actually planned on your trade, stop loss or take profit, and nothing in between, and journal those things. Make a second journal on the trades that you actually took where you're trailing your stop loss. Look at it after 2 weeks or look at it after a month and see which one you would have made more money on. I guarantee you, without doubt, I mean, of course, there's always like, what is it called? Like there might be an outlier where you have like a really bad month, but consistently month over month, the one where you're not trailing your stop loss is going to be the one where you're making more money. I would know where to, like, what levels to choose. Areas. I just really wouldn't have an idea of like where to even start. I would ask Shorty. I mean, he's going to be live in 45 minutes. I wouldn't know where to start. Or I can ask him. I would be curious to see his answer. Um, all right. Well, I'm telling you guys, like, you can keep telling me your reasoning and why you do it and um, why you're moving your stop loss, why you're trailing your stop loss. And what I would say is, if you talk to Shorty, again, best trader I know, person that taught me, he's going to tell you not to do it. If you read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, another amazing trader, he literally tells you, accept your risk before you take the trade. So whenever you take a trade, if you're risking $200 to make 400, you kiss that $200 goodbye before you even click buy or sell. And that's it. You're done. Like, that was your risk. It doesn't matter if you were up $300 on the trade and then it goes down and you lose 200. You still only lost 200. You didn't lose 500. And I don't know how else to explain it to you guys, but you would have to, like, in trailing your stop loss, again, even moving it once you're up 1-to-1 to break even, you have to be like the most insane trader in the world to be profitable. And you're just making everything more difficult for you, for yourself, I should say. If you're, yeah, I really just don't know what else to say. Like, math is math, and you're literally just making something that's already difficult more difficult by just not trusting yourself, not trusting your trade. So, I don't know. You have to accept your risk when you enter a trade. If you're taking like an insane trade where, let's say, you're doing like a 6-to-1 risk to reward, you're risking $1 to make 6, and you get to a point where you're up, like, you're up 4, and at that point you want to move it to where you're at like a 2-to-1. Sure. Because in this case, at least you're already up like 4x your initial risk. And if it comes down and stops you out, you still doubled your initial risk. But anything other than that, like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You have to double on every trade. You need to at least double what you're risking every single time. I hope this makes sense. Like, the math is the math. Letting a green trade go red, I mean, that's just retail bullshit. That's shit you hear retail talking about all the time. Never let a green trade go red. No, trust your trade, trust your risk. Otherwise, you're never going to be a good trader, or you're just actually saying you're never going to be a good trader isn't even the correct term. If you don't trust your trades and accept your risk, you're just going to end up giving up because you're going to start losing way too much money. This is where retail fails. This is one of the biggest reasons retail fail as traders, is because they don't trust their risk when they enter a trade. So, everybody read that book if you haven't read it already. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I mean, he just kind of is going to emphasize what I've already said, but he does it in a very good way where you're going to feel like he's looking over your shoulder while you're trading. It feels kind of personal, actually. If I had met Mark Douglas in person when I read like the first chapter, I probably would have wanted to punch him in the nose. Or I should say I did want to punch him in the nose. And I was going to say if I met him in person, I would have punched him in the nose, but that's extreme because I wouldn't. Because I know it's not personal, but it felt personal. Yeah, but there's just nothing worth taking. Like, eras, I miss the overnight HVN trades we used to take as well, but they're not there, so I'm not forcing it. I'm not trying to ever force a trade. I've talked to you about this before. I don't ever have this, like this need to take a trade. If I see a setup, I'll take a trade. If I don't see a setup, I don't really care. I'll get up and walk away, go touch grass, go spend time with my family, go do something, study, do something worth doing that isn't forcing trades, I mean, this probably is not a terrible short right here. You can't really tell where we're at. This looks frozen. Why does it look frozen? Bro. Okay, I'm going to make this bigger just so I can choose the actual bottom. It won't even let me. It's so weird. Whatever. 68.50 is probably not a bad short. I would like to see... I mean, they're absorbing right now. It's really not bad. Other than the fact that there's a buy-side imbalance right below. So never mind, don't take this. Just for this reason right here, I wouldn't take this trade. Because these could be buyers that are going to push through. What is this? Yeah, 68.60. That would be like the ideal short. But I feel like on here it looked like it had already been retested. It hasn't. Oh, we were looking at this. Yeah, this is good. 58 to 60 range. I would be looking for a short. They're going to smash through this right now. Most likely due to that buy side imbalance that's right below. Okay. So yeah. Triple G crazy ass. I'm scared of you now because you told me you're an alpha male. I'm like, Triple G has got to be trolling me. Um, you're gonna have to send me verification pictures, Triple G. Otherwise, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, just when PA's trash, just don't try to force anything. Not worth it. Anyway, I hope you're good, Triple G. I was actually like looking through the chat and I'm like, I haven't seen Triple G. Anyway, hope everything's good with you. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go spend time with my family. Well, Shorty's gonna be live in like 40 minutes, so I'll see you guys then. But I want to go hang out with my wife and kids for a few minutes before that. So I will see you guys then. Don't be trying to force trades. It's just really choppy and ugly. And this is actually a diamond here. 30-minute. This is a nicer diamond than the one that we were looking at. So, all right. Y'all have a good evening. Stop trailing your stop losses. Accept your risk when you enter a trade. Yeah. Accept your risk. All right. Much love, much respect, everybody. Peace out, y'all. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.